up their latent talent. And I think what we found out from this, that really the children have been able to bring up their latent talent. We have seen the kind of talent what is there, the way they have put in, the way they have fight, and it was a very close fight. It was an excellent close fight. Till last moment probably the excitement was on, and both the teams really put in their hard work. I really want to name a few. What best I found out, that the way the bowling has been changed probably from both the sides. So that captain really done very well, like this was the captain from New Hind, Rigved. Then the rising star captain also Ashwin Yadav. I think he really done very well, the way he took some decisions and the way he was changing. Probably it was a close fight, then both of the team put in their best. But ultimately I think the winner turned out to be New Hind. Last year also they were the winners. They really done well. So my congratulations to you all. You really done well. My hearty congratulations to you, the coach manager, the team manager and all of you. And their parents. If they are all present here, really the children have done well. But my congratulations to you all also, Rising Star. See, it's both the side of the same coin. So there is nothing to lose heart. It's a game, and that's the beauty of a game, that one party wins and the other loses. And that's what you learn in any sport. Probably cricket teaches us the best, that while you are playing, while you are learning to put your 100%, while you learn to win, you learn to lose also. And I think that is what is life. So I think you all have done very well, but eventually probably the luck was more in their side. So congratulations to both the teams and both the captains and all the teammates. You have really done well. What we found out, that probably the objective with which we started this tournament, I think the objective has really been served very well. We are very, very happy that gradually not only the team numbers are going up, probably the children are also preparing for long to play these matches. And I think the clubs also started putting up the team for this kind of age group, which never used to exist earlier. I think that was a challenge last year probably to organize this kind of team, but this year probably it was not that big a task. So I think they've done very well. I'm really impressed with the way our operational team under the leadership of Abhishek Shekhawat, the way they have organized. I think last 1 week or probably last 2 weeks, they put in their whole day and night to make this match successful. Obviously the Cricket India coaches, especially under the leadership of Nitin Khade, they have put in their lot of effort to make sure that this really turn out to be very well. So probably I hope that next year when we do this tournament, there will be more teams participating. We expect that this team number should go up more and more children can come in the forefront to do that. And I think that is how we want to serve the society. Jai Maharashtra, Jai Hind. Wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of encouragement and appreciation. I take this opportunity to introduce our chief guest, Mr. Yajvinder Singh Bilkha, better known as Sunny Bilkha. Mr. Sunny has the unique distinction of playing cricket for India and combining it with 38 years of corporate experience. He is the unique example of sports and corporate complementing each other to its greatest extent. He played cricket for Indian national team and co-holds 2 cricket world records, one being for the maximum catches in an inning and the second for the maximum catches in a test match. Both these records still stand, and he achieved this against England in 1977. In his very first test match, he was part of India's 1979 World Cup side, played international cricket against England, Australia, West Indies and Pakistan. He played and led 2 of the state teams, Maharashtra and Saurashtra, in the domestic cricket tournament, and also played the Blackpool in England and Ballymena in Northern Ireland. His initial education includes schooling at Rajkumar College in Rajkot, completed his Bachelor of Arts in Economics from Pune University and did his marketing management from the UK. In the year 2000, he was instrumental in setting up as the managing director one of the top leading international cricket brands, Wisden India for India. He established the Wisden website, a Wisden Asia Cricket magazine, the Wisden 2020 television program, and the Wisden Awards, made famous by the Wisden Indian Cricketer of the Century, Kapil Dev. Thereafter, in 2004, he joined India's leading IT and the most valued company, Tata Consultancy Services, to head their Indian marketing and events team. I would request our CEO, Mr. Khetan, to please welcome our chief guest, Mr. Yajwinder Singh Bilkha. I request our chief guest, Mr. Yajwinder Singh Bilkha, to share his thoughts to guide our participants. We all shall be privileged to hear him.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I'm extremely grateful for Cricket India Academy to call me here as a chief guest. I was here earlier for another tournament as well a year ago. And it's always a privilege to watch young cricketers play cricket. I love cricket. For me, cricket was my passion, and I can see it all in all of you, and I can see the brightness in your faces. But more than that, I'd like to also thank Arun for calling me here, and Milind Wagle. You all see him on television quite often. We're very good friends, and I'm sure he'll say a few good words to you all as well. But more than anything else, I'd like to congratulate the winners, New Hind. By the way, New Hind is a club, as you know, has been there for quite some time. So you all are just small, but all the senior players used to make us run. The New Hind club used to be quite a very powerful cricketing club in Mumbai. And we hated playing against them. They had some very good players, and they always got a lot of runs, and they always beat us, Bombay Gym at that time. But it was always interesting. Rising Star, don't get disheartened. I think you had the match in your mutti, as we would say. Few runouts, you did some of those runouts. I think some of them, the one who was fielding here, I mean, that was exceptionally good. You know, you all have the talent to make it to the highest level. That is to play for your country. The only thing you need is dedication and love. And don't think of the money you know, we never even imagined of all the things that go around it. You know, the stardom. Stardom is not the end of it. Just passion is. You have to keep on playing. You have to love the game. When we played, there was no money at that time. We used to get only 30 rupees for a match to play. When I played for India, we got only 2,000 rupees. But that didn't make us say that, oh, we don't want to play cricket. Cricket is not about money. Money at the end does come, but what you have to do is you have to make sure that you keep on and on playing the game that you love. It has to be a sport. It has to be fun. It has to be what you all... I was so impressed by the Rising Star getting together after every wicket and encouraging each other. And your team, whatever motto and the way you sang it, fantastic. I mean, you have to give New Hind quite a lot of sort of kudos for the way they did. They batted so well. They were in a losing stage. They built the innings. Now that is all cricket. That is the sport. Cricket teaches you the way of life. It teaches you how to win, how to lose, how to play as a team, how to play as an individual, how to strategize. You know, you have to do strategy, how to bowl, how to field, and at the end, how to enjoy victory as well as defeat. Because there's always going to be another day. More than anything else, I would like to congratulate both your coaches. I don't know whether they are here. The New Hind coach. Great job. Yeah, very good. I think this is the second year that you won, but I can see these guys are coming very close to you now. And what about the Rising Star one? Oh, that. And the New Hind? Oh, there. Okay. He looked like a player. I think he's about just 12 years old then. But you know, you all are the stalwarts. You all have to teach them all these things. I mean, I could see from the technique. Milind asked me a very nice question, that at the age of 10, do you think one should play cricket? I mean, that's like all parents, you were scared about whether they'll get hurt, whether with this ball now you cannot. But I can tell you, we didn't play cricket the way these chaps played at the age of 10. We went on to play for India, but we didn't have their talent. We didn't have the way they played the defensive shots. At 10, I was trying to find out whether to play forward or back. And I was nicely taught by my coach, as usual, how to play forward defensive and how to play back foot defensive. And I went to play my first match, and the bowler bowled a full toss. And I just looked at the full toss. I didn't know. Nobody had told me that you have to play forward or back. So I looked and it hit my head, and that was it. So there was confusion. But these chaps don't seem to have that. And that's the important part of today's game. You're watching them. You're watching all the great stars. You're watching the Tendulkars and the Kohlis. But during my time, we had the Gavaskars and the Kapil Devs. I don't know whether you're aware of all of them. Yeah? Kapil Dev is an incredible player. So, and all of them had nothing. They only wanted to play cricket. And that's the fun of it. And so keep on enjoying it. And I'd like to tell the parents, please encourage your kids. You know, and don't think of it that at the end of the day they're going to be a Tendulkar. They may not be a Tendulkar, but they'll be fit kids. They'll be kids who have played a team sport. And today in the corporate world, now we have to be a team. If you're not a team unit, your corporate is not going to do well. So it teaches you so many things, and it's a sport that teaches you more and more every day because of the uncertainty of it. And I would like you all to encourage it, and thanks that you all got your kids to participate, and I wish you all a lovely evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of encouragement and appreciation. Now I would like to introduce our guest of honor, Mr. Milind Wagle. One of the most iconic personality who does not require any introduction in any such games event. However, it's our pleasure to share some of his contributions in the field of game. Mr. Wagle pursued LLB from Government Law College, Mumbai, and thereafter forayed into broadcasting since 1976. His notable contributions in broadcasting experience, he has been commentating on 3 President's Naval Fleet reviews for DD National in Mumbai and Vizag, decommissioning of INS Vikrant, Army Day parades, opening and closing ceremonies of World Military Games, first 5 test matches and 15 one-day international cricket matches for DD, many of finals in Ranji Trophy, Women's World Cup in Mumbai, Indore and Chennai, Women's T20 matches, Commonwealth Youth Under-19 in Gurgaon and Faridabad, Asian Games, Busan, Korea and Doha, Qatar, various times in National Open Athletics, Davis Cup, India versus Pakistan, National Badminton, Athletics Commonwealth Youth Games Pune, Presidential Fleet Review, Commonwealth Games Delhi 2010. The list is exhaustive and still goes on. Further, he anchored and has been an off-tube commentator on Olympic Games Atlanta, Sydney, Beijing, Melbourne and Athens, National Games Pune, Bangalore, Imphal, Guwahati, Hyderabad, various athletic and swimming national games, and he is also anchored in Sports Roundup since 1976 to 1982 and World of Sports on National Channel for 5 years. Over these 37 years, he has mastered the art of anchoring and interviewing. Hence, have anchored and various of the major Doordarshan sports events, and then in the same period interviewed over 1,000 sports personalities. I would request our CEO, Mr. Khetan, to please welcome Mr. Wagle with a token of appreciation. I request our guest of honor, Mr. Wagle, to share his thoughts to guide our participants. We shall all be privileged to hear him.
I'm not going to talk long, but as is the habit with sports commentators, we get a half an hour chunk and we don't leave the mic. So I'm not going to take half an hour because the mothers and the fathers have got to take their children back home. Whether it's the victorious side or whether it's the losing side, I know the parents are going to celebrate. So I'll cut it down to as short as possible. But what's more important is, I can see about 28, 29 boys out here from the two sides, and I can also see about 28 parents, mothers and fathers. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is, I don't know how much it's going to dig into these young boys. I'm going to try and make it a little simple, but I think the parents out here need to grasp what I'm saying, and it's a small request because I'm going to share something which is going to be so important for these young boys. These are the stars, not of the game of cricket. These are going to be the stars of this country, and these are going to be the stars of the future world of ours. One of the reasons as to why I made my biodata very elaborate, and I think he cut it down by about 60%, is because I've got a gentleman sitting next to me with whom I just can't compare myself. To play for India at any game is the ultimate thing. And Sunny, as I know him, I call him Chief. And it's my privilege to have two friends amongst the various sports personalities. The two of them share this record that he mentioned about the catches in the innings and in the test match. The anchor there didn't mention, he shares it with none other than Gregory Stephen Chappell, GS Chappell. So that's the huge record that Sunny or Yajwendra Singh has. And I think it's extremely important out here for these boys, and I'm going to talk a little bit and elaborate as I said. And please pardon me 5-7 minutes, but I'm going to be exhaustive in my talk. For these young boys and girls, when they play also the game, it's a huge opportunity. And I think it's, as Sunny said, that he didn't get an opportunity, I'm sure, to play at the age of 10, this sort of a format. I think you kids must really consider yourself lucky. Just consider yourself lucky that today you played a final, you're playing throughout the year, you're practicing at your various academies. So that's what you got, and I've not seen it honestly 35 years back when I started broadcasting. As Sunny said, it's extremely important for you to enjoy any sport. It need not necessarily be cricket. I'm fortunate that I have covered sort of 32 Olympic sports, and you may turn out to be good cricketers, but at the end of the day, it's extremely important for you to enjoy the game. And along with that, I would request the parents, do not overemphasize on the game. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be a little away from the game. Be good students. If you find, because everyone, as he says, and I'm not putting this as a deterrent, everyone can't become a Tendulkar, or everyone can't become a Dravid, or everyone can't become a Yajwendra Singh. So you got to fall back upon something. And how can you fall back? And here's a classic example. He did his graduation from Wadia College in Pune, which is one of the finest colleges that I know of, even today. He did his management, and today with Mahindras, I think he missed out on, he was with Mahindras for a long time in a senior position, and now with TCS, he's seen the world. So how can that come about? If you're not good at cricket, you've got something to fall upon. So I think I'm going to request the parents to please allow them to concentrate on their studies. Don't emphasize on both of them, but please, studies is equally important. We've all heard the famous saying, cricket is a way of life, so please play it as a way of life. Simple thing which is enumerated regularly. Play the game in the right spirit. I see today all these kids doing this and, shouting at the umpire. I don't think he did it during his time. They all appealed. Appealing is a very legitimate part of the game. You must appeal. But I don't think do it in excess. Copy the Virat Kohlis, copy the Petersons, but do not copy some of the aspects which some of these cricketers do today. I think you are going to be the role models. Today you played a final. Your role models already for the other teams. Please remember, some of the other teams are going to turn down and look for you as a hero out there. So your role models, do not overdo on your antiques or tantrums that you throw out there. Respect the umpire's decision. Today we've had the umpires out here, the men in white coat as we call them. I think they do a wonderful job. Remember, 3 hours standing out there is not an easy thing, and please respect the umpire's decision. Do not contest it, and they always say the umpire is always right, so don't challenge his decision. But also on the serious side, do not be rude to the umpire. Make sure when you come here onto the cricket ground, and that's what I think I learned from a gentleman called the late Vinu Mankad. I was not a great cricketer, but make sure, and that's to the parents, make sure that when they go to a practice or to a match, they're spotless when they get onto the ground. Their trousers should be white, absolutely. Their shoes should be blancoed. Of course, these days you don't get blancoed shoes, you get the ready-made shoes. But don't, I think you must take pride in the game. You must take pride in the game. In whatever you do, you must take a pride. I know of my wife who takes pride in cooking for me. It's an amazing thing. And I think all these kids must take pride in the fact that today they're playing this particular sport. As Sunny says, work hard, practice hard, the dedication. Going a little further, respect your parents, respect your elders, respect your coaches, respect the Mali, respect the people all around you. I think they say when you're going up, you better be nice to people. There's a saying, I'm sure a lot of you know this, when you're going up, please be nice to people, because you're going to meet the same people when you're coming down. So, life is full of roses, life is full of thorns. You may be up one day and you may be down the other day, as we know in cricket itself. So please be respectful to everyone. I'm sure you have, as I said before, role models, Tendulkars, Dravids, the Gangulys, the Lakshmans. Follow them, as I said, because in each of these there are some amazing things which you can learn. And again, I'm saying this to the parents because I'm sure a little bit of this doesn't go into them at this age. They are 10-year boys out here. The other extremely important thing which I'd like to dwell in is the parents must encourage them to read the sport. I'm sure Sunny will, I'll tell you of a small story without taking of a name.